news with you today, and the good news is that I have a new book, my first book actually. This book is called Threads of Destiny, and I say it is in the hands of the master weaver. Why did I write this book? It's because after going through many different kind of things in my life, some very painful, traumatic, and also good things that God has done, I realized that in the journey of life, God is like God working, like the weaver works through a basket or doing something with the threads. And I realized that from down here, we see the mess of our lives, we see the failures, we see the pains, but from above, the master sees the beauty of what he's making out of us. And through my life, I decided it is good to be able to share my story, because as somebody said, every life is a story if we care enough to listen. And so I wrote this book to just be able to bring hope to somebody who may be feeling hopeless, to bring, restoration where there is desperation, and to tell you that God gives a second chance in life, but you must be willing to take that chance. And so I welcome you to order a copy of this book. It is only 1,000 shillings and or $10 for those who are outside of the country. You can order through the number on the screen, and we'll be able to get you a copy of this book. God bless you as you read it. Give it to somebody else, and I know they will be helped. Amen.
Welcome once again to KBN, the Kingdom Business Network. We're so much glad that you're watching this day, wherever you are. This is the program to watch as far as matters business is concerned. And today we want to continue from where we left last time on the issue of digital marketing. I know that you and I can form a very strong network of business people who aspire to be in business. And this forum is one of the ways that we can actually be able to connect. So always make sure that you keep on tuned to this program, because we will always bring you interesting people who are going to help you in the areas that you feel stuck. And to help us unpack today's program is none other than the person with the guest we had last time. That is Lewis Ndege. Lewis, you can introduce yourself and also tell us a little bit of what to expect.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. And I'm also glad to be back here. To our viewers, thank you so much for always onboarding and giving us your audience. And today we are here to have yet another wonderful episode of continuing to decode digital marketing. And today we'll be focusing on tools and platforms that we can leverage on as business people for our digital marketing solution. So thank you so much, sir. Looking forward to a wonderful time ahead.
Tools and platforms.
Yes.
I hope it's not complicated for an ordinary viewer.
No, we are going
we'll unpack it and simplify it for them.
And simplify, yes.
Thank you very much, and welcome once again, Lewis.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to host you. And also my co-host today is Victoriana Alwang'a. You can introduce yourself to the viewer.
Thank you, Dr. Mungai, and to Lewis. We are so glad to have you back on the show. To our viewers, thank you for tuning in from Facebook and on YouTube. continue to like, to share, and to subscribe so that we can continue growing together as we grow our businesses and our brands. As you heard, my name is Victoriana Alwang'a, and I'm excited for today's discussion. I know most of us are always on the end of watching and liking and sharing, but today we are going to be giving you details on you as the one who is doing the posting, creating the content. So stay tuned, keep your questions coming in. They will be answered in the second half of the segment.
Thank you very much. So viewer, make sure that you send the questions because we are here because of you. And we want Lewis to answer your specific question at the second part of this program. So today we want to explore on the tools and strategies, and specifically we want to also focus on YouTube and TikTok because there's so many tools out there and we want to be a bit specific today. So what tools are currently available digitally to help a viewer who wants to get into the digital space?
Thank you so much, sir, once again. And to our viewers, welcome back. Today we are going to talk in depth but also in a simple way as we demarcate or else simplify the tools or else the digital tools and platforms that we have and the strategies that we deploy among each one of them to make sure that we utilize them to the best of our capacity. And to begin with, Sam, I want us to talk about the content creation aspect because that is the very first step. And in our journey of content creation, we have a few tools that we utilize to make sure that we are able to deliver the best of the content to our target audience. But we have levels of tools. And today I may want us to focus more on the beginner level for the sake of our audience, people who are just beginning, people who are looking forward to making content but are not very sure of where to begin, and also a little bit naive in the content creation journey. So to begin with, we have different categories. The first one is what we call design.
Yeah.
And when we talk of design, we have different tools that enable our design work, especially when we talk about visuals or else images that are visually appealing. And the most basic and perfect, let me use the word perfect there, for beginners and also for people who are milestones ahead, is what we call Canva. Canva, the good thing with it is free because we also have several others that are premium. So Canva is also easy to use because it has what we call templates. So you realize you may not have a lot of ideas on how to create a good design, but you can get a pool of many templates where you get to choose one of them and customize it for your own use. So we advocate for Canva because of its simplicity, and number two, it is also free to use. Many of its elements are free to use. Number two, we talk of Photoshop. Photoshop is a little bit complicated and it needs a lot of expertise so that you can be able to use Photoshop. But if you have those skills, Photoshop comes also handy. Yeah. Back to Canva, we also have a good element about Canva, which is AI. Canva has incorporated artificial intelligence into its system. So you realize that sometimes you are totally blank. Even with the templates, you still don't have an idea of what to do. But we currently have an AI platform where you can feed your thoughts and it also help you through the thought journey. So Canva is one of the good tools, especially at beginner levels. If you want to do good posters, good thumbnails for your YouTube, anything visually appealing, Canva is good. When we go to what we call content, maybe you want to do some good written content, maybe it's scripts for your videos and such. We have ChatGPT that is coming also in handy to help us generate content. Sometimes you just have an idea, but packaging it is a little bit challenging, or else even time is limited. So when we have ChatGPT with us, we are able now to feed it with our thoughts and our mind, and it is able to help you now through the thought process. You are able to generate what you are looking for the sake of your content. So if you want to thrive now in the content creation industry, maybe you want to be posting consistently. You may not always have the ideas and the information to put up, but you can, maybe you want to talk about, you're a digital coach like myself, and you want to tell people about the need of presentation, for instance, and your thoughts are limited. So you just go and do a prompt. Currently, we have a new form of engineering. We are calling prompt engineering. Yes. So you just go and do your good prompt there. Then you generate a very good script. Then editing it now with your own thoughts, you'll be able to have something organic for your audience to consume.
Simple as just telling it.
Yes.
You made for me.
Yes.
The script for ABCD.
Yeah, I want to post on Facebook about this.
These are my ideas.
These are my ideas.
Generate this.
Yes, generate this. So it is making work very easy.
Okay.
So basically, we also have others for audio. Like we have what we call 11 Labs. It helps you. You can key in a prompt. Maybe you want to do a voiceover, but you don't have a very good voice like mine. So you want to get a voiceover for your advert. So what you do, you just feed your written information to 11 Labs, and you, by just a click of a button, you can actually select the kind of voice you want. Maybe you want an African, maybe a Kenyan accent that is deep, or a lady, Philippine, whichever kind of voice you want, you just select, and then you get a good voiceover for your ad or whatever use you have. So those are just to mention a few tools that we have for content creation. Now we also have tools for digital marketing or social media marketing. Like we have what we call Meta Business Suite. That one is for Meta platform. There are two. We have Facebook and Instagram. Yes. So sometimes you may not have all the time to post on Facebook, comment and reply to comments on Facebook. Then you shift to Instagram and do the same. So Meta helps you handle all that under one umbrella.
Meta Business Suite.
Meta Business Suite.
Okay.
If you want to advance, we also have others that incorporate all social media platforms, but the challenge is they are premium. Like we have one that is called Hot Suite. So under Hot Suite, you can manage your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, your LinkedIn, your X, every other social media platform under one platform, like Hot Suite. But now the challenge, like Hot Suite, is approximately, I think, $1,000 annually. You see, such many people may not afford. So for the basic, maybe Facebook and Instagram, just utilize Meta, which is free of charge, and helping you in a very big way. Those are for social media marketing. We also have what we call analytical tools.
Before you go to the analytics,
yes,
these tools, I believe that if you went to online, for example, you would be able to get Canva online.
Yes.
And you say, called which lab?
Oh, 11 Labs.
11 Labs, yeah.
Yes.
11 Labs, you will get it online.
Yes.
And also, I think also the training to how to run those programs.
Oh, yeah.
You can also get it on YouTube.
Yeah, you can
Maybe
get it
you can
on.
talk about that.
Most of the time you realize that some of these platforms are new to you. And however simple they may seem to be, sometimes they also have a few tricks here and there you may want to leverage on, but you don't know how to. So I usually recommend, if you are using a new platform, we have so many tutorials online, mostly on YouTube. Just go and do your search there. We are going to get to YouTube, but YouTube is the second largest Google search engine. So go to YouTube, search how to use Canva, how to create a thumbnail using Canva, how to create a presentation using Gamma, how to create a good prompt on ChatGPT. All these tutorials are there. So as last time we said, we must as well, for us to be competitive in the digital space, we must embrace a culture of continuous learning. So brace yourself for a learning period, and it will be so good for you.
You were talking about automation.
Yes.
Yes, you can continue from there.
Now, when we talk about automations, we have a few tools that we use. Like you realize even Meta is automation. It is helping you handle various tasks under one platform. We also have several others, like if you want to do email marketing, it may not be practically possible. Maybe you have 1,000 emails on your email list and you want to do a newsletter to all those people. It may not be practically possible for you to send them individually. So you need an automated platform that will help you by just a click of a button. That email is spread to all those people in your contact list. So we have some like MailChimp. MailChimp is a platform which is not free but affordable. And if you are a business and you want to leverage on email marketing, this is the most advisable because it's simple one and it's also affordable. So MailChimp, you can leverage on it for your email automation and also for what we call customer relations management. It also comes in handy, though for customer relations management, we also have other automation tools like HubSpot. So HubSpot is also a better one. And we also have another one in Kenya, which is our very own, which we are calling Odo.
Odo?
Yes.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, so Odo is also coming in handy to help us unpackage or simplify those solutions. So all these solutions are there for you. Like the other day I had Odo as they were doing their marketing saying that you have a free website when you are using it for the first time. So before these things go fully premium, take advantage of them as they are coming to the market. So for automations, we have such. And also we have other tools that help us in doing analytics. Like you realize that we have what we call Google Analytics. Google Analytics, whenever you have done maybe a Google ad or a YouTube ad, or else you want to see the effectiveness of your search engine optimization, you can leverage on Google Analytics. It's a platform on Google. The other day we were talking about Google Workspace. It's one of the tools they have there. So it will help you see how many people are interacting with your content, the traffic to your website, the engagement levels, retention levels. So all these things you can get to understand about them through a tool like Google Analytics. We also have other very simple ones like Insights. Any other social media platform like Facebook, if you go to the professional mode, there is a place where they have a module called Insights. If you go to the Insights, you'll be able to see how your content is performing. And by so you'll be able to be well guided as you continue creating more content. Because if you realize that people are not watching my content, maybe it's video content, people are not watching my content past the 3rd second, that is to mean your content is not engaging.
It's not engaging, yeah.
Yeah. So you may need to rethink or restructure the kind of content you put on your socials to make sure that you achieve high retention rates and engagements as well. If you realize that your content is not getting comments, people are not taking any action, that is to mean you don't have quality call to actions, CTAs. So when we talk about automations, we have so many things that we can leverage on. And any business person is advised to make sure that you leverage on automations because some of these things, social media, handling social media or doing digital marketing is not your order of the day. So you have your business operations, which are the main thing. So you need the simplest way possible to handle your digital marketing strategies, and automations and leveraging on these readily and simple tools is the way to go. Yes, sir.
And I think this is for somebody who wants to get into it himself.
Yes.
But there's a shorter way where you can actually hire an expert.
You can just hire an expert
to do all this. So just in case you feel this is becoming a bit complicated,
yes,
it's actually very easy.
True.
You can save a lot of money, but you can still be able to engage an expert like Lewis.
True. And
he can actually do that back end for you and just give you the end product. Victoriana, what's your take on this?
You've talked about so many things, from the analytics, you've talked about insights, and you've even talked about email marketing and all that. And so now this brings me to, how does one decide which tool is the most effective for them? Maybe you can take us through that.
Now, making that decision, one, we are guided by a strategy. Remember, during our last conversation, we said you have your marketing strategy, which has well-defined goals and objectives. Now, based on your goals and objectives, you get to decide which tools will work best for you. Like, if based on the reason or the goal, or the goal as to why you are you are having content. People have content for different reasons. Others do it for entertainment. If it is just for entertainment, people want organic. People want to relate with you, to resonate with you. So you don't have to be very complicated. Use the simplest available means, because you want to achieve simplicity, consistency, sorry. And last time we also said that for you to achieve consistency, make sure you are as simple as possible, because sometimes complex solutions are not sustainable. So if you achieve simplicity, it will be easy for you now to be well guided. Like if we take a case scenario of YouTube and TikTok, if you want to start in your content creation journey, based on your objectives, you realize that you'll have so many reasons as to why you use TikTok, and so many reasons as to why you may want to use YouTube. To me, I consider both maybe like a stopover shop and a restaurant. You see, before you attend a restaurant, it may take some time, you see, but if you feel to snack, you just go to the shop next door to get yourself a snack. So based on your objective, you'll be guided on which tool to use. Like for instance, if I'm an entertainer, like maybe I'm funny, I'm not, but let's take it as a case scenario.
Try to be.
I'll try to be funny. So if I want to be funny and I want to create a community that is consuming my comedy, TikTok will come in handy. Why? Because it will help me grow a community faster, because its algorithm has been choreographed in a manner that it is promoting people based on the content and reachability, not just followers. In retrospect, when you go to YouTube, them that have a bigger followers tend to have more engagements. But on TikTok, you can have 100K followers and I have 1,000, yet I get to post a content that will reach more people than you. You see? So based on the reason as to why you are doing content, I think it will you'll be well guided on which tools to utilize. And also for maybe quality purposes. If you are a professional, you see there are levels. You can't just use a phone and a ring light. Maybe if you are this 5-star hotel, we don't expect you to be doing content that are the vertical or whatever we call portrait content using just a phone and a ring light. But if you are just a salon, or maybe you are just selling shoes in your shop in Kamukunji, you don't need these big cameras to do your content there. You don't need the best of the video editors. But if you're in an industry like real estate, you need drones, you need quality videographers, you need quality video editors. And the place where such kind of content is consumed more is on YouTube compared to TikTok. So based on the reason as to why you are doing content, you'll be well guided on which platforms or tools to utilize. Yes.
Now that you've taken us into YouTube and TikTok, now maybe we can get into it. What makes YouTube such a powerful tool or platform in today's content-driven world?
As I had said earlier, today, YouTube is the second largest Google search engine, after Google. So you may realize that if you understand well the concept of optimization using keywords and backlinks, good thumbnails and titles and such, the possibility of your content reaching a bigger and a diverse group of people are very high. You see?
Yeah.
So that is why YouTube today is a mega tool for digital marketing. It may not be one that you may want to ignore. Also, when you come to a conversation of advertisements, you realize that currently YouTube has over 2.7 billion active users on monthly.
Per month.
Yes. So if you are doing your advertisement on YouTube, you can be sure it will reach a bigger audience and faster. Number two, one of its characteristics is upholding longevity. You realize that if you do a TikTok video today, 2 days later it will not be pushed by its algorithm. But on YouTube, you'll benefit from a content you did 1 year ago.
True.
You see? So the aspect of it upholding longevity of content makes it more appealing to business people in terms of digital marketing. We may also want to talk about its effectiveness in terms of advertisement, what we call paid advertisements. We have whatever we call YouTube ads and Google ads. YouTube is a platform by Google.
Yeah.
So when you do an ad on YouTube, you get double visibility because it will appear on Google and also appear on YouTube. You see? So that is among the many reasons as to why people may want to leverage on YouTube as a digital marketing platform today. And number three, you may also realize that a while back when mainstream media used to be such a big thing. Today, I have spent maybe 3 or so years without an antenna in my house. Why? Because anything I want, I easily access it on YouTube. If I want to watch KBN show, I'll just do that on YouTube. If at this particular hour I'm not able to catch you people live, I'll come later in the day and still see whatever was discussed. You see?
Yeah.
So YouTube has created so many solutions of and conveniences, making it a darling to so many people. So we may not ignore the place of YouTube in the digital marketing space today. Yes.
Before we take a short break,
Yes,
I think I would want to know,
yes,
there are a lot of people who are struggling in terms of them getting their content viewed on YouTube. And I'm just thinking, are there quick wins or quick fixes to that problem?
Yeah.
What are they?
One, we highly bank on the algorithm. So if you understand how YouTube's algorithm works, it will be very easy for you to navigate through that. And one of it is what we call keywords. If you understand the power of keywords, these are searchable words. People, we actually have tools. I may not precisely remember the name, but we have tools that help you know the exact or else the trending keywords. So if you incorporate those keywords to your thumbnails, to your title, to your descriptions, you realize that YouTube automatically will push your content. Number two is the quality of even your thumbnails. And when we were talking about Canva, we talked of it being a wonderful tool of creating for you good thumbnails. Make sure that you have consistency of thumbnails. So if today our KBN show, we are using blue and pink as our theme colors, let us not use red and black tomorrow. For that consistency helps the algorithm push your content more. Number 2 is also what we call fonts.
Fonts.
Yeah, fonts. If make sure they are easily readable, enhance readability. When we talk of websites, we talk of user experience. It's also the same concept. Make sure that the thumbnails that you are creating for your YouTube content, even ads. The other time when we were talking about ads, we said whatever a paid advertisement does, it gets your content to our eyes, but it has no power to force us to see. So it is your responsibility to make sure that you have created a visually appealing content, one that is intriguing enough to sustain me to seeing that particular content. I was also giving you an example of a content, an ad. Sometimes you are so quick to skip ad, but there are ads you will watch because they are actually more intriguing than the content you are watching.
We'll come back to that.
Yes, sir.
For the viewer who's been watching us, we want to take a very short break for a minute or two. And as we do that, please, I want to ask you to do 2 things. 1, please send the questions you have to Lewis. And number 2, also, if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, like, and share. And that will help us create this big network I'm talking about. So in the next 2 minutes, stay tuned.
The world is going digital. Are you ready? At Certitude Digital Training Center, we equip young minds with real digital skills like content creation, digital marketing, graphics, web design, and many more, both in person and virtually. Whether you are a student, hustler, or a dreamer, it is your time to rise. Certitude Digital Training Center, where digital champions are made. Visit www.certitudedigital.org or call us on 011 2222 999. We are located at Wetavia, Juja, 2 kilometers opposite Mangu High School.
Faith Today TV is here to make your brand outstanding. Worry not on where to advertise your business or your product. Call us on 0114 777 000 or email us on info@faithtodaytv.co.ke.
Hello there, my name is Enoch. Taking care of your health should be a top priority. Looking at the various engagements that we have today, it is so easy to forget about our health, mental well-being. That is why we introduce to you the Healthy You Talk Show, a brand new show that is going to address matters concerning your health, nutrition, stress management, mental health, name it. We bring to you a wide range of experts who are going to be touching pertinent issues concerning our health. Tune in every Tuesday at 10 a.m. live on Faith Today TV.
Welcome once again to Kingdom Business Network. This is the second part of this program on digital marketing. We are looking at the tools and strategies on how you can be able to shine on YouTube and TikTok. And for those who have taken their time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, thank you very much. You are really partnering with us and helping us to take this content around. And now I want to take the questions that you have sent us. And if you have not sent your questions, please send it now. The first question is coming to Lewis, and the question is, good morning KBN, I'm Vero, and thank you very much, Vero, from Mirema, all the way from Mirema. And the question is, how do I go viral on TikTok without relying on trends?
Wow, thank you so much, Vero, for a wonderful question. Vero want to go viral.
Yes, without using trends.
Without using trends.
Yeah.
You can make your own trend because trends go viral. So how do people make trends? The other day we were talking of a conversation about digital campaigns and how trends are created. They don't just appear from nowhere. So Vero, if you want to go viral, this my word to you. Identify a niche around your business. What you do from your story or whatever we call your brand story. If there is something unique, you can leverage on that. That is your niche. Take advantage of that and create a trend out of it, because trends are constructed by other people. Now you can also create your own trend. Like for instance, if today I decide I want people to talk about Lewis Ndege, there are so many ways to it. And the other time we talked of public publicity and negative publicity. And I may not vouch so much on negative publicity because it's an easier way. Because if I want to trend today, I just need to crash this laptop
in front of these cameras.
And just like that, I'll be trending, you see. So that is negative publicity. But for positive publicity, Vero, you may need to do your homework very well. Identify what is this very unique thing about what I do. Then start practicing telling that particular story. One day that story will land to the right ears, and when that time comes, you'll be the talk of town.
So you have to be patient also.
You have to be patient also. Okay. It can't come just in a blue moon.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's somebody still on TikTok.
Yes.
And someone is asking, are there any tools that can help me edit my TikTok videos better?
Yeah, actually, one of the best is the TikTok editor.
Okay.
The TikTok editor is a good one because it has tools that on other platforms like CapCut you'll need to pay for them, but on TikTok every tool is free of charge. Like they have even templates, they have music that is free, they have effects and also other editors. And if you may not be able to fully use TikTok editor, kindly do your study very well and understand the in and out of CapCut, because CapCut is a game changer. And one of the good things I love about CapCut, even its premium features are very affordable, because we just around 800 Kenyan shillings. You have your CapCut for a month, and you may not just use it alone. You can also share with others. So you may come together 5 people and pay 800 to get premium CapCut. So it's a very affordable tool that will help you get quality content for your TikTok. I hope I've answered.
So how do you get to TikTok editor? Might be for somebody who doesn't know.
Okay, for the TikTok editor, just the editing. When you post your video on TikTok, down there we have editors. We have one that will allow you to cut your content. We'll have others that will help you add audio. We'll have others that will enable you add captions. Actually, captions are key elements of making your video or your content pushed more by the platform from YouTube and TikTok. Yeah, so leverage on captions and all those tools that are there, the effects. Yes.
Can you take a YouTube video and post it on TikTok?
You can do that, but we have different elements of content that is consumable on TikTok and them that are consumable on YouTube. Like you realize on TikTok, we highly go for portraits. Portraits ni yenye umechukua simu ikiwa hivi. Landscape ni yenye.
Yeah.
You see. So mostly for them landscape videos may not do very well on TikTok.
And landscape is the one for YouTube.
Yeah, it's mostly for YouTube.
Portrait is the one
Portrait is mostly for TikTok.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. There's another question from John. Thank you,
Yes.
John, for sending this question. the question is how can I use one platform to drive traffic to the other?
That is actually a very wonderful question, because if you observe, it's exactly what we are doing today. It's very difficult to grow, especially a YouTube page, through just YouTube. So you'll need, once you have posted on YouTube, you get that link and share it on all other social media platforms. That way you'll be able to drive traffic to your YouTube, which is the main channel. So as he's asking, leverage on all your other social media platforms. Also utilize best your network, because if I'm a content creator, I believe the people who are supposed to support me first are them that are within my network. So if I've done a content, I'll send to a few of people who I know. They will also share my content. By that, I'll be able to drive more traffic to my main channel.
So you're basically saying then you do a content on one platform,
Yes.
copy the link and
Yes.
post it on the other
On
platforms.
the other platforms.
And also to your networks.
Yes.
And that will be able to drive traffic.
Yes.
Okay. Now, another question is coming, and the question is, what's the best way to write a title that grabs attention?
Amazing. So one, your title must be very relevant. You must make sure that it best articulates whatever the content entails. Sometimes you get to see a title, maybe let's get an example, a title about kingdom business. The kingdom business secrets.
Secrets.
Kingdom business secrets.
Okay.
Then when you go to that particular video, there are no secrets.
Everything there is known.
Everything there is known. So you see, your title must be very relevant to the content that you have. So one, you may need to be doing highlights. There are things we call timestamps. The timestamps are a summation, or else an average of your timestamps should help you constitute a title for you. Whatever we call timestamps is, maybe I have a 1 hour content on YouTube, and I've discussed 7 subtopics. Now these subtopics, I'll do timestamps for them. I'm covering the first subtopic from the first minute to maybe the 13th minute. That is a timestamp. From the 14th minute to the 20th minute, I'm covering another subtopic. So if we do it on a mathematical language, if you take a summation of these topics, now the average of those topics should give you a very good or else a summative title for your content. Number 3, make sure that you utilize what we call keywords in your title, because these are the ones that are used by the algorithm, either on YouTube or TikTok, to push your content. So your title, make sure you best we have tools that help you research these viable keywords. So utilize search to understand, based on my content, which are the best, and also the trending or the current trends keywords. If you're able to utilize them in your titles, that is to mean the algorithm will push your content. And finally, on that, there is what we call relatability. You see, like you see a content about how to make 1,000 glasses in 1 minute. You see, just make sure that is the content that is in there. So the how-to versions of titles are 5 key elements of a good leader. You see, such are words that are easily penetrating or else eye-catching your target audience.
Okay. Someone is asking, are YouTube Shorts effective for channel growth? I'm a YouTuber here in Nairobi.
Yes. Actually, now the YouTube Shorts are the game changers for YouTube, because you realize that people may not have all the time to watch your content, but through whatever I call the timestamps, there are within the entire of your content, there are areas where you had good punchlines. If you're able to get shots of those punchlines, maybe 1 to 3 minutes, and share those ones. Those ones are easily consumable, and you can also share them on other social media platforms. So when people get to see a segment of your content and it appeals to them, the next step is to get the main content. So shorts and reels are game changers.
Okay. This is Feroz. Thank you, Feroz, for writing. A social media manager for a car dealer.
Okay.
How do I get my YouTube videos to appear in search results?
That is what we call search engine optimization. So the number one element, search engine, we have a few areas. The number one is keywords. So how best you utilize your keywords from the thumbnail, from the title, from your descriptions, especially if it's a car dealer, descriptions go a long way. So if you are selling this particular product, this particular car, and you want it to appear, or else you want to manipulate the search engine so that it can be pushed to so many people, make sure that you have the keywords that best defines your product in your description. Number two is captions. In the video, make sure that the keywords are well captured in your captions, because these are the elements that the algorithm uses to understand the content and to push it for you. So best utilize the keywords from the title to the thumbnails to the description and even to the captions. Number two,
and I think also to the channel description also.
Yes, even the channel
You
description.
need to put the right keyword so that if somebody is searching for cars or any other common key search in your area, then you put those keywords inside the description of your channel.
Actually, when you are now constructing a YouTube channel, there are main areas that you must focus on. One is what you just said, the description. Because when you are joining YouTube, or when you use YouTube, there are things that you search for the most. So if whatever you consume so much is appearing in my description, then I'll be recommended more to you by YouTube. The others are now the visuals, from the cover photo to the page photos and such.
And I think just to add on that, the challenge I've seen with a lot of YouTubers who have channels is that they put very little inside the channel description. And therefore they start wondering why people are not picking it up.
Actually,
and I think here you need to put as many as possible until inajifunga inakataa kuruhusu kuongeza.
If you are given 1,000 characters, make sure you utilize the very last.
All of them.
In that description.
Put all the names that if somebody is searching in your area, whatever they would think about and whatever is common, put it inside there.
It must appear there.
Okay.
Yes. So we also have what we call a brand name. So if you are selling cars, don't just be called, which is a good name, Wamogithi, and you are selling
cars.
You are selling cars. Your brand name is also used by the algorithm to help people get to you. So get a very good brand name and a good logo to it, and also your brand tone and themes and everything around your brand. That is a conversation for another day, the branding aspect. But make sure you do it very well. It will go a long way.
Morning, Joyous is Joyous in Roysambu. Morning, can I grow on TikTok without showing my face?
Yeah, you can. The only challenge with TikTok, it's a community-based platform. So people resonate with each other. But we also have other ways where if maybe you are a video phobic person, or else whatever you want to do, you don't want your face to be there. We call them faceless accounts. So if you want to run a faceless account, first you must be very strategic, because your content may not resonate with so many people. So if you are running a faceless account, like I have a friend who does that, but the good thing with him, he has a skill. He's an animation expert. So he has not his face, but his animated self. His animated self. So his content is the animations, and people consume it a lot. So you must be very strategic, and in your strategy, best define your objectives, so that if you are targeting a certain group of people, you'll be able to address their needs specifically. And if you're addressing their needs, with or without your face, they are going to consume and resonate with you.
And I think also on Facebook, also on YouTube, there's a lot of faceless channels which are coming up.
True.
And some are very well done. They look like cartoons kind of, but they're really not.
Yes.
And they can also get the voiceovers from somewhere else.
Yes.
And some of them are coming out very, very strongly. I've seen some on Bible stories and all that for kids and all that. And they have Bible characters. It looks like cartoons, but there are people
actually for YouTube, it's way easier, because YouTube people look for value. But on TikTok, people are looking for fascinating things.
Yeah, and the connection.
So without your face, that may limit you in a way. But if you structure your content very well in a manner that even without having your face, you are still compelling and you are still intriguing to your people, they'll still consume your content.
Victoriana, what's your take on this?
I mean, I'm getting a lot of ideas, especially now that you've mentioned the faceless content creators. And maybe just to take you back a bit on what you are saying, you are comparing, let's say, for example, someone who is in real estate and maybe the salon, and how this real estate business, they should maximize more on maybe things like drones, and then for the small business, now maybe the ring light and the camera is sufficient. So maybe now for the small business, you have your strategy, you already have it, you already have your objectives and your goals. How do you now maximize on the marketing in YouTube without necessarily stretching in terms of resources?
That is a good question. But I'll still go back to the conversation about leverage on other social media platforms. So you are slowly growing your YouTube channel through other social media platforms, because YouTube is not very receptive to newcomers. And you need to be very patient with YouTube. So for you to be able to continuously grow your YouTube platforms, utilize other platforms, from WhatsApp, from Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. If you are doing your posts on YouTube, one, it doesn't have to be video shoot and edited, so that it be consumable on YouTube. No, you can just learn a few tricks, like the one I said. If you want to leverage on YouTube, don't do portrait videos. Use the landscape dimension. You can still do a landscape through your video. CapCut offers you an opportunity to select where you are posting the content, so that it can customize it for that particular platform. So if it's YouTube, as you edit your content on CapCut, select that you are going to post it on YouTube, so that as you export, whatever will be generated will be consumable on YouTube. So you can still start and use what you have. Use your phone, use your ring light. And the reason as to why we promote the use of such things like ring light, quality videos go a long way. The algorithm has been structured to promote quality. So from quality visuals to quality audio, you see. So if you are using, you want to maybe your salon is along the highway and it's a very noisy place, get yourself the noise cancellation mics, so that you don't need to have the amplifiers and the sound cards and everything, every other gadget, but at least get those wireless or even wired mics that have the noise cancellation aspect, so that as you put that content on YouTube, it may not be of the best quality, but it is consumable. So the algorithm will still push it for you. Yeah.
There's a viewer who is asking a question here. What's the best time to post on TikTok to reach more viewers?
Yeah, that is a good question, because you realize mostly today we have a generation that the first thing they do in the morning is to scroll their phones.
Okay.
And you realize most of them will not go to YouTube. Most of them will go to WhatsApp. And the second place is TikTok. So utilize those hours in the morning, very early in the morning, from 6 to 8. By 8, somebody ametoka home and they have reached, now they are home. They are job place, yes. And now they have to be serious. So take advantage of 6 to 8.
As they are warming up.
As they are warming up. Also around noon,
Yes.
as they are getting their lunch. And the other time is now in the evening, from 8 all the way to around 11. It's a
Around
good
11.
time. Yeah.
Justin in Remuru, thank you for writing to us. The question is, what are the differences in algorithms between TikTok and YouTube?
Or the differences between algorithm on TikTok, and as I said earlier, like on TikTok, it is short-termed. They have a short span, but it is good because both serves different purposes. Like we have a generation that is characterized by what we call a short attention span. That is why TikTok is the most popular today, because it is fitting us, the kind of content that is on TikTok, it is not demanding our concentration for a very long time. Because the generation today has a characteristic of a short attention span. So you realize that content on TikTok, it's mostly 15 seconds to 60 seconds. That is a time that I can engage you throughout, compared to a 2 hours content on YouTube. The good thing, the bad thing now with TikTok is that a day or so after you've posted your content, the algorithm has moved on. It moves on very quickly compared now to YouTube. YouTube, your content, you've seen even songs that were sung so many years and posted on YouTube.
They're still being recommended.
Today they are still being recommended. That is now the good thing about or else the distinction between the algorithm on TikTok and the algorithm on YouTube. Number 2, quality is not a very big problem on TikTok. For as long as your content is engaging and is appealing to your community, the aesthetics and such are not very relevant. But on YouTube, you have to give us very quality content for the algorithm to work to your advantage. Yeah.
Last question.
Yes.
Let me combine these two because I think some of them you've mentioned.
Okay.
Because of time. So Godfrey and another viewer is asking, can I use paid ads to grow on TikTok and YouTube? And are they effective? And the last one is, hey, what kind of content works well in YouTube and TikTok? Ian.
Okay, thank you, Ian, for that wonderful question. So for paid advertisement, we must leverage on both. For quality leads, and when we talk about marketing, we talk about a concept of lead generation. For quality leads, YouTube goes a long way because, as I said, it is the second largest search engine after Google. And number 2, you get the advantage of double visibility both on YouTube and on Google. So for lead generation and quality leads, YouTube will be the best. For brand awareness, TikTok all the way. If you want to grow your brand, enhance your brand visibility, achieve what we call the online presence, TikTok all the way. So you complement the two. Make sure the two are working to your advantage because they serve different reasons. Yes, and the last question is which kind of content is best for YouTube? I think we've covered that several times, but let me summarize this by saying that engaging or community driven content, mostly for brands and for sellability, utilize TikTok. But for longevity and for creating organic followership and communities, because you're on TikTok, people unfollow you very fast. But at the rate at which people unsubscribe from your YouTube channel are very low compared to
They
the rate
forget to unsubscribe, by the
yeah,
way.
people even don't know which
Very
accounts they have
sad, yeah.
subscribed to. But unfollowing a person, people will just say, let us unfollow this one. We have seen it before. And the next day you get yourself 10,000 followers down. So for short term and especially for brand related goals and objectives, utilize TikTok. For longevity, organic driven and community based content, utilize YouTube.
Thank you very much, Lewis, and
You're
thank you
welcome.
for this insightful discussion on digital marketing, tools and strategies. Let's take some parting shots because our time is far gone. Victoriana,
Yes.
what are your parting shots?
Thank you so much, Lewis, for all those insights. And I'm sure our viewers, you've picked up a thing or two to ensure that you continue to grow your visibility even as you continue marketing your brands and your businesses online. Make sure you employ these tactics that you've been given so that we can all grow together. And remember to like, to share, to subscribe, even for us to push this content further. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoriana. Lewis, what's your parting shot? And I can also tell the viewers how to get in touch with you.
Yeah, once again, allow me to appreciate so much for you, our viewers, for always giving us your audience and making sure that you are consuming that which we are disseminating, because you are giving us room to continue seeking for more knowledge and information. So once again, thank you. My name is, once again, is Lewis Ndege, your digital coach, all the way from Certitude Digital Training Center. That is where we empower young people through digital skills and literacy. So if you want to get in touch with me, my number is 011-3828-423. 011-3828-423. Thank you so much and keep tuned at KBN.
Thank you very much, Lewis. This
Thank
has
you.
been quite engaging, and thank you very much, the viewer who has watched the KBN program. This program comes in because of you. We want you to be well versed on matters of business. We want you to keep on being engaged with us as we keep on bringing more exciting content and also trying to cover the various areas in which you could be challenged on or you have requested. In case you have a topic that you'd want us to cover, you can feel free to just send it to that number and request, and then we'll get some expert to come and deal with it. Until next time, God bless you.
The world is going digital. Are you ready? At Certitude Digital Training Center, we equip young minds with real digital skills like content creation, digital marketing, graphics, web design, and many more, both in person and virtually. Whether you are a student, hustler, or a dreamer, it is your time to rise. Certitude Digital Training Center, where digital champions are made. Visit www.certitudedigital.org or call us on 011-2222-999. We are located at Wetavia, Juja, 2 kilometers opposite Mangu High School.